And to get this business started, I really don't know why or why I need to have these losses and all these things because at the end of the day you learn to appreciate that and you learn to appreciate life. But to me, I don't know, there's so many things that happened to me, but I really ain't going to talk about it here a little bit more so we can understand me and have a better understanding. How better way is kind of late at night, but I decided to come here because I'm leaving you without a life. I'm eating a banana and I'm more near to this ever. But this is the deep topic I'm going to touch. Yeah, at first it's snack fruits. I also took a little bread, organic bread. Like here in Dharma, the breads are real organic, like I handmade. There's no machine actually. But no, there is so much that has been going on. Like since a couple of weeks ago, I don't know, it was like a month or like a couple of weeks. And even though I stopped reading my manga because I feel a little bit off between things and all of that, and it happens to me a lot of things. So first of all, um, I used to have a kitty. Her name was Michi, and I really loved my kitty. I don't want to say how much I spent on my kitty, but I gave her the best life. I I gave them the best life they could ever hope, and I remember me watching videos of Masha. I got my crush. And I don't know. I feel that by the time I was like really happy that I'm Peruvian. I feel really happy because I like the videos of her, and by the time I was having anxiety and I was having Michi next to me, and by the time that I watched her content, I really didn't hope that my cat would pass away. It got me from nowhere, and I really was like, sorry, I had there from the touch. Was like I was explaining, I was watching the content of Masha when that I call my crush. Like I call her my crush. But you know who is. Like even some people are like, I'm thinking of my crush now, like you know who is. We got it. But like by the time like I was telling you I had my Michi. It was nice. I gave her the best life, and at some point my eyes start to be popping, my eyes. That's why I can't lie. Like my eyes will speak. I rather said the truth. You know when people like said, "Oh my gosh, I don't like this person," but their eyes are popping. You know, and you know. Either way, um, either way, So when it caught me from nowhere because I was working, I was saving money to travel, and all the money I destined to save my cat because she was having infection. Like here in time, I don't know why, but infections are a thing for animals, kitties, the virus. And even as a pharmacist, I want to like give the perfect life. my room is calm. But like for that reason, I wanted. But like for that time, I was having that, and a lot of things going on. My cat is from nowhere suddenly passed away. She was having an infection. I got her in a surgery, but after like a couple weeks or like a week, I find myself folding the clothes, to keep her warm, all of that and all of that. And I check my cat, and like a horror movie ever. But before that, I want to mention that she made a video of like it being a kitty, and that was the best gift ever. I really wanted to. I understand then the quote of like my uncle tell me that I should get um a person, but it's just a crush. Anyway, um, so then I just keep like on me of like I just want to have these. I just want to like this person. That's gonna be it. I'm like that's it. But the reason why I'm attached to animals most of the time is because, and even now, like say I'm saying like a joke. Thank you. Like I'm saying like a joke to my parents and to my family that kids at high school, not kids, but like girls and girls at high school, because I was in a high school for women, and in the school boys and girls would used to make fun of me for a lot of things, and every time that I put all my trust on them, they always piss me off or they leave me from nowhere. And I've been kind of more like that. Then I start to become more attached to animals because of that. And so I don't want to say that that was the reason why I like her, but like it bring me such a sense of relief in those times. You know, it kind of gave me a certain type of relief. Uh, and that's what I feel like is so important to me, because you don't know who's going to give you that relief at those times. Even if today I got a surprise after I go to the bathroom and somebody said to me that she wasn't alive, and I was like, this time could not get worse. I don't know, but like, I'm just joking, but like, um, because I have losses, I was sobbing. When I have a big loss, I block myself. I don't know why, but I block myself a little bit. And I don't know, I was sobbing. I really was sobbing. And I know animals or like kitties, because when you sometimes rescue animals, so like you have this is it's part of the journey, let's say, but like I feel more broke because of that. But I don't know, even to me, my hardest time ever I had was when I was wanting to chew a little gum, and I couldn't. Like I always said chew, like, but that was the time that I realized I'm really weak and like I'm really sad and need to take a step back. And even today, that yesterday, but today I was counting the months for talk again, my friend, and I still need to wait until January. Not because I want it, I will tell them that. No, forget about it. But like, I don't want to tell him like blah 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 just because I need some type of relief. I can reply Reese. Hi was going on, and I is going to start a new series for like loving like a love song, because I've been reading a book that it talk about marriage and healing patterns, all of that. And I don't know, I feel like it would be a good idea to bring you all my knowing about partnership, things like a person that passed for a lot of pain, that what it's like to feel that pain, like what it's not like to, because that is not for somebody who wants maybe, or maybe it's in like a mansion, like have a building, it can be like that, but it's more specific for everyone, because I pass for emotional losses, physical losses. I lose a bond that I have with a friend of long term with my dad, and that really takes time to heal. That you cannot push it one day to another. But like I feel glad when I see my one of my classmates tell me that you have a dad, you look like you have a dad, and then I know I heal that with me. I really heal that, and I notice a pattern. One thing I will tell you before that time that some of these things pass away and all of that is that I was watching a movie, and it was like a horror movie, and then like I watched the man that was the dad being sacrificed for like this demon. And my kid is playing, but like that demon was eating them, and I feel really bad for the dad because he really actually did a sacrifice. To me, it's kind of hard to say, but like, and because my dad always told me that he will sacrifice him for me, he will do this for me, he will whatever. But like, I'm telling you, this like something that I healed, but like, I don't know. I was needing to sacrifice, going with people, blah blah blah. But I don't know. I don't want to say, but like, I even sacrificed, the like bond emotional that I have with somebody back in my teens, because I was a teenager, just because I wanted to keep my dad safe, because he was like, no, blah blah blah, and all of that. But like, after that, I saw like all the collection of like all the things that he had with like being with girls, because he kind of was having addiction to women. I don't know why, but like at that time I realized that the only sacrifice that he did for me mm, was the words that he was telling me, not actually the sacrifice. And I sometimes challenge myself, like I'm pretty much more open about that. But it's okay to say that because I heal that. Thank you. These are natural. I don't have any Botox. These are natural. The only thing that I'm grateful of is my features. I don't know which. I think that I have my IQ from my dad or my mom. I don't know for which one I have my IQ, because my mom is successful and my dad it is. But like emotionally, I would say that my mom is much smarter emotionally than my than my dad. Like so much. I feel like sometimes I was needing to be a parent all the time for some of my people that I met and like all of that, but at some point I see them like a baby or like a kid, because sometimes they can tell me a word of resentment, but like I know who to forgive, and it will sound kind of clicking, but like after uh I was telling somebody of my astrology chart, and they told me that I was too forgiving. No, I'm not too sleepy. And they could sometimes take some people from my advantage. You won't believe me how many times I give the chance to some people. You won't believe me, but like that is my kind of red flag. I give so much. Then I sometimes I don't like get it, but like I'm happy to say this and don't call it like shaming. And I'm also grateful that I like women. That's it, because there is so many things that I really was seeing a type of video of this girl saying of like, I'm grateful that I like women. I'm grateful for that, because I see a video of a girl saying that she had an abortion, but like she didn't know that she could get pregnant when she had her period. And I asked my teacher, is this possible? Because my teacher is a nurse, and she explained me, actually it's more possible when you finish your period. And I feel that a lot of the burden, let's say, that I have, if I will have mm, something with somebody, I won't have like a burden on my body to do something, if you know what I mean, like have sexual intimacy with somebody. But like I don't know, and even if you have it is wild to me to say this, but like at some point in 3 years, for some women, they could change the quotes in their mind of don't wanting kids to actually wanting kids. But like I'm very flexible on this now, because I used to say I don't want kids, I just want puppies. But now I want both. If they want kid, it's one, maybe two, or maybe a dog. I don't know which one was like something. And it's hard to me to accept it. I feel like the time that I see somebody hugging an animal, they will be a good parent. I just have that idea in my mind. I don't like to speak loud. And I feel that also it's raining. It's raining. And I want also to mention this. I really think that singers are really important. I remember I was watching a video of Brian, not a video, but like a live of him on Discord. He was having a live, and I was taking care of these little things, and they were really weak, but like it was just a moment. It was just a moment. The couple 2 moments that I had watching a movie with these little kids, feeding them, and like feeding them at 5 a.m. and then like watching a life of him. But like having a certain type of relief in the sense that I have good music, and it's such a good memory that I have, you know. And sometimes when you have these losses, it could be really hard to you to get up and like do things, and that's what I think that you can tell every time that I have a loss when I change my room. Like now I change my room to like give me a certain type of relief. But like I don't know how many times I will try my room again and again. But like I feel like this is the last time. But like I don't know. It's more about the the things that could happen, and I feel like uh, I always wanted to see a partner, like a woman giving birth. Always, but like not be the one. And I don't know if it's true that your partner, like when you give birth, your body is supposed to feel pleasant. But because you have a lot of pain, if you don't massage yourself, and you actually don't have that. So I don't know. But like I'm getting through this moment. I cry what I need to cry. I sacrifice being on the internet, let's say, because I want to really take care of these little things. But like I couldn't do it all the that I was hoping. But like I'm glad with myself that I did that. That's what it's the most beautiful thing when you take care. And I don't know. If someday you see me dressing my future partner of a cat, it's for healing purposes. Thank you. I didn't know that. Like, I feel a mess right now. A mess emotional. I'm very sensitive. And also, I'm gonna be my period. Even before my period, or months, I'm very sensitive. Besides that, I'm really sensitive. And it's hard because I'm an investor to emotions. No, this is not possible. Well, at least I have Glory. That is my guitar. But I don't know. I want to do each week a song on the album, and like in 16 weeks, that's too much. Like in 16 weeks, I could like actually post the album or see like how it's going, or I don't know, but like posting this album because I feel like it's more like Kaliochi's vibes of like having a loss, but like you know that you like somebody, or like at least them are alive, and like this everything that you have to yourself, like it's just the feeling that you had, you know that it's your happy place, let's say. But it's hard to say that because I really was not hoping that for the longest time ever, but I feel like that was my sign to don't stay at home like loud or something. But I'm looking for jobs now, but I have a relationship hate and fear with like apps. I feel like I have a hard time with apps. Even though I feel like it's not like dating, but it's like I need to tell about my life. I need to tell you what I did. I need to tell blah blah blah. But I don't know. I feel like fingers crossed that I will find a good job that will have or keep me a relief, because I really want to save money to travel and move out eventually. But like at some point, I feel not a stop, but like I don't know if I can do it. But like I know I can do it. But like it's not like doubting. It's like the attachment that I have and all these things that I need to accept at some point. But keep it peace. You know what? I don't watch the news also. It's because I want to manifest a better place. Like if I have a case of like a person or something, I really don't want to watch any. I have a hard time when I was seeing LA getting burned. I just imagine all the people that I love in there and just being burned. I was sobbing. I was even with my candle like, please make them be alive. Please make them be alive. And even somebody sent me a DM on my on my Tumblr, like telling me, can you donate me some money because I need it and blah blah blah. And I was like, please don't tell me, don't remind me that I hope they will be fine. They will be, and they find out that I'm fine. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the last thing that I watch in news. That's the last thing I watch in news. But like, I need to remember myself to calm down. Like, imagine if I have a client or somebody, and you know what is interesting? That pharmacy stores, they have makeup, you know. So they actually, when you have a pharmacy store and you're a pharmacist, I don't know if that will apply also for yours, but at least for Peru, there are certain type of cosmetics and things that are kind of expensive. But between me and you, they double the price to the client. But if you purchase it, because you're a pharmacist and you have a pharmacy store and all of that, even a technician pharmacy, that you have a code that you can then sign up and to get into this website so you can purchase at the middle price of the product. And most of them are bougie. So I don't know. I don't know. Tell me why some people also think that I'm always high. But when I remember that I get myself one time a little bit drunk because I was with my mom and I drink with my mom that time. That was our last time. Right? And I have the bottle living on my room. That's why I have that. But like I don't know. I came back and I was talking to somebody about like, you don't drink. But when I don't drink, you drink. I don't understand. But like, that's what I'm saying. I don't like drink when I have these hard times. But like, I'm getting through these times. I'm glad to tell you that, to explain you all the importance of it. And I finally found the puppy energy that somebody matched the puppy energy. I don't know why some people tell also that cats are really dry. My cats don't let me even go to the bathroom. They are on my shoulder watching me do my necessities. Like they don't let me. If I don't push them away, like they will be with me. The only place that I can be alone is in the shower. Even right now. But how they give them an option like two of them. You won't believe it, but there is a joke. I don't know, we get deep, but like um this kind of laws that I have inspiring me to clean and like get rid of all things that I don't want anymore in my life. In terms of objects, because I have so many papers that I didn't check, and while I was moving my furniture in my room, because every time that I move the furniture in my home is myself. But like when I checked some papers and I was drawing them, all of that. But like there is I can't remember the joke right now. I can't remember the joke or like the comment, but it was like related to. I can't remember. Wait, I can't remember. I can't remember the joke. I like the thing that oh my goodness. Just in this time I have thoughts that I've been wanting to have right now. But like my mind is white. I feel like I need to sleep right now. I'm not wearing My mom always get pissed at me because like my mom sometimes get angry because she will always find out this. When I was a teenager in my room, even now, when I was when I was a little girl, and she will always tell me, "Oh my gosh, why do you leave all these things? Why you leave all this dry and mm, bananas and mandarins peel? Look all those things." And I'm like, at least be careful that I don't consume candy. I had that like today, try a candy, and it was so bitter that it remembered me. I remember the joke. Not the joke, but like the thing that happened to me with a man. Not in a romantic way, but my friend, I don't know, he's just still my friend, but like, you remember when I told you that? I don't know if it, but like, I have a friend, okay? He cheat on exam, okay? And I was telling to him, give me a month to don't talk to you, please. Give me a month so the teacher will refresh their thoughts because it really broke me. I don't know who made that, but I actually find the girl that made this thing because I think that she knows him, like he or she. I don't know who, but like she or he, whatever it pronouns, wants to be with him for no reason. And I'm like, hey, calm down, calm down, calm down. I'm not intimate, but this kind of pissed me off. Even friends I can't have. It happens to me with like in college with like this classmate that I have studying another major, but like I don't know what happens to me this and like I was telling to a girl in my class. I think said that was like, oh my gosh, and what, blah blah blah. And like, can you believe that he and I stopped to talk because we used to be friends? Like, I was going to give him my number because he was good, a good vibe and all that. He also studied English and was vibing all of the things. Like a bro was like giving bro vibes. He was tall. So I'm like a minion next to him, and next to everyone, I'm like a minion. Either way, going back to the topic, um, I don't know. All the friends that I had are tall, but like I'm a minion for everyone. Coming back to the topic, I tell her that, and then she is smiling at me like, "Oh my god," like kind of suspicious. Then I like, no, I stopped to talk because of that. And I give myself a month, and you know, I started to have a little relief. He was also talking to men, all of that, but like, he, he's proud. His ego was more bigger than him because I didn't cheat on the exam. I was confused because he cheated on the exam, and he was today. I was trying to talk to him and like tell him, "Hi, I really need to tell you thank you because you say you're true. Like you kind of, did your work, and then if it wasn't for you, I couldn't approve the like assignment because I have like a 3, and that's a way of forgiveness of my teacher putting me like a 10, not like a 10, but like a 9 in all of my exams, like converted a 3 to 10 to for only be or having this misconception that I cheated with him in this exam, you know. And I was like, yeah, blah blah blah. And he get then telling me this. Don't talk to me, please. Like I'm offended. And I was like, okay. And I walk away. Man, I'm dramatic. I'm like, I'm thankful that I'm not attracted to him. I'm grateful that I'm into what I'm into. I'm grateful that I'm into a flower. But like, I'm grateful for that. And then I walk away and I was like, you do this for approval, right? I also study psychology. I read your mind, please. And that was pretty much what's going on. I feel like I'm lost in things. But every time that I have like a friendship or like I think it's like I want to make a change in my friendship. This didn't happen. But I don't know for no reason I feel like I'm just going to work. But then I thought to be more realistic. I'm like, wait, just wait a second. I don't know. Maybe I will have eventually a friend that will be a guy. Think we can both talk about women, like a best friend, you know. And I'll tell him, you know what, this is the love of my life. Not like but like presenting to them, presenting to him like this is the love of my life, and he will be like, who is that woman? And I'll be, isn't it pretty? I'm just delivering my thoughts. But like sometimes you can have thoughts with somebody that you are not actually with in the most random places. In the most random places. But bien. But bien. But like I don't know. But bien is who I'm in the dreams of, because yesterday I did something. Not like a spell, but like I think on somebody before I go to bed. And then this happened. But actually, there are actually good men out there. I feel like when you take all the hate for like um men, like the resentment, because I used to resent men back in time because I passed through a lot of pain with men and with women. So I see voy a volver. Hoy es sábado, no, hoy es martes. Sí voy a volver a Twitch. Mañana creo, mañana no. El sábado voy a hacer un juego. Soy bien juguetona hasta para... I want to mention this. I was telling somebody I have so many games in my mind, but I don't have somebody to play with that games, if you know what I mean. But like there is a chess game because I'm a big fan of chess. That is the quietest game ever. I love that. If it's sport, legally it's a sport. It's a sport. Okay. But like who will take the shot? That on the field will end up drunk because see this way. Picture it. I feel like to me it will be like a chocolate because if it's with shots, I will be sleepy after the game. If I play with somebody. But like if it's with chocolates, the 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 game would change. But like if it's with shots or alcohol, I will be probably sleepy. And it's normal for everyone to have these type of reactions. But I feel like it will be better having the chocolate. But I don't know if the chocolates actually work because I don't know. I'm very suspicious. I'm sometimes immune to to things that evolve like with eating because one day I remember taking a lot of supplements back in the time. And I was like, what was this for? It's for this function and this. I don't feel nothing. Nothing, like really. I thought it was pretty much. But for pills, things that are meant to be sleeping, no, I really it should be. It should be. I prefer natural things. But like, that was all the thoughts that I had. I hope that everyone will understand. I'm coming also with this playlist to kind of keep a little bit busy, but like at the same time, just keep on track. Twitch. See you already at Twitch. It's just how I don't mess up. And so I feel like I can breathe again. I have so many games in my mind, but like one game that I have will be interesting that it could involve musicians and me reacting to them. But like not in a way that is more constructive, like analytical, but more in a way that we can all like have enjoyment. And I don't know. Va bien. Ah, hice unos videos de ASMR acerca de ello. I made some videos of ASMR while I was uh, having this pain. Eh, Esta relación de farmacia y música como tirando ahí o diciendo datitos de eso. I was making this video in English of like saying facts about pharmacy music on my CD. And there's actually one thing that I have to tell that in Peru, 1% of the pills and medicine are meant for specific necessities, but the 90% of the pills that we can find in Peru most of the time, they use for with no purpose. Like they just give to people and they create fake necessities, but just 1% of these pills are meant to use them. But like, I need to do my work at this point. But like, I feel like with me, you can leave the fear to pills, or at least for some treatment, because I also learned treatment with like pulling hair and massages, body massages, all of that. It's not like the and you know what? We have also a section for plants, natural plants that is like traditional medicine that it's legally I'm able to sell. Like there is called products OTC free vent and OTC is like over the counter, so you kind of know that. But like basically, it's like what you can sell without medication, plants, supplies, oils, and stuff like that. Or do cleanses. Like I will be, I'm in my happy place. We like plants. I'm in a happy place, but like, yeah. La farmacia va bien aprendí de medicamentos OTC, también de plantas y de diferentes suplementos que puedes encontrar. Y bueno, I hope that everyone will be fine. I really am very transparent when it comes to these things. And if you see me lifting pills, like a big thing of pills, trust me that I'm fine because I've been lifting weight before. So they can be prepared at the hospital. I don't know if it will be at morning or at night, but it will be nice, at the end of the day. From nowhere, like somebody will I don't know. Or somebody not, but like having a nice dinner after all. It will feel like this type of movies that you see about the nurse that is like kind of worky, or like somebody in the healthcare and like somebody invite them to get dinner and everything is fine, everything's good. Like it will be a kind of nice place to be in because in December in 20, I don't know if it's like I don't have the dates clear at this point. It's like 20 of September, November, and December, but like I don't know if we would like November to September, but I don't know if we at night also. This she would tell me, but like I'm preparing you mentally so you can see me and not ask me what I'm doing. And I don't know what some nurses like they keep the tight clothes. Like the nurses clothing is supposed or like things that related to nursing or at least pharmacy are not too tight because when you are going to lift or when you want to move, you have emergency, this clothing is supposed to help you to move, not keeping you tied up. And I don't know, but to me, honestly, my clothing is really tight. I'm a medium on my sweater, on my pants, but like I'm a medium when it comes to my legs or pants, and like I'm like a small on my shirts. That's it. I'm wearing something bigger, but like it's my pajamas. So yeah, I wanna say this like not real sleepy. I just wanted to jog a little bit, and like explain you all what happened to me, and I don't know. I feel like a certain type of relief telling you this thing, and I don't know. I want to be a little bit free at this point, and I want to come back to Twitch a little bit more and to do this kind of loving like a love song. Even if I'm not married, but I want to inspire people to believe in love, because you can love yourself. Ah, la testosterona no puede disminuirse por varias razones, por el estrés, por estar mal, triste, deprimido. No sé, quería hablar. En fin, buenas noches. Good night. This is my pajama. Too much, I'm sure. No, but this is the color of my pajama. Yeah, let's check. This is all the like this is the vegetarian version of having to do things of like an animal. Like this is the vegetarian version. I got this from a tree that I climbed on. Not like I was on top of the tree, but like I was walking a lot and I get to this tree that was there, and it felt really nice reach that tree and then carrying that tree and then coming back. Like I feel like adventure and I accomplished something by myself. When it's good night. Bye. I'm fine. If I will be sobbing, I will be sobbing. It's part of the process. You see me blues because of that, but I'm glad that at least my eyes are popping. Good night. Bye. Bueno, chaito, se cuida.